Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Lacey, Washington. My name is Scott Gladstone. Alongside me, as always, is Sean Wally. We're here to bring you another edition of GNAC Women's Basketball. Today's matchup, the Seattle Pacific Falcons take on the host, St. Martin Saints. Sean, let's get right into it. This Seattle Pacific squad, they're in sole possession of second place right now in the GNAC. They're playing well, but a big part of that is their star player, Ashley Alter.
Alter doing great things, leading the team in scoring, averaging over 15 per game. Seattle Pacific 9-4 on the season, 4-1 in conference. A great conference record, as I said. 3 top scorers over 10 points per game.
St. Martin's on the other side. They have yet to win a conference game. They have 3 scorers with 10-plus, averaging 10-plus points a game as well in star point guard Angel Galbraith, Kiana Rios, the freshman, as well as Lauren Morris, who gives you a good 10 or so a game. Looks like we're going to get right into the national anthem right now, so we'll talk more about that when we get back. Sorry for the late start. There was a late official, but, hey, we're itching to get ready to go here. We'll be right back with GNAC Basketball.
The Seattle Pacific Falcons come in with a record of 9-4. A 6'2" sophomore, number 2 is Maya Hawk. A 5'7" sophomore, number 14, Hunter Bieran. A 5'9" sophomore, number 20, Anna Eddy. A 5'11" senior, number 22, is Ashley Alter. And a 6'2" senior, number 30, Natalie Hawk. Mike Simonson is your head coach for the 6th season, assisted by Katie Simonson and Karen Byer. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get on your feet to meet the Saints. California, number 1 is Angel Galbraith. A 6'4" freshman from Tigard, Oregon, number 15, Sarah Lamette. A 5'9" freshman from Oregon, Washington, number 20 is Kiana Rios. A 5'8" freshman from Auburn, Washington, number 25 is Madeline Brown. And a 5'9" sophomore from Irvine, California, number 44 is Lauren Morris. Your head coach is Christy Martin, assisted by Jared Stalin, number 10, assistant by James Coleman, of course, Terry D. Donato.
We're back here at Marcus Pavilion, home of the St. Martin Saints. The starting lineups are red. Started to say there are 3 double-digit scorers for the St. Martin Saints, And those are three of their starters in the form of Angel Galbraith, Kiana Rios, and Lauren Morris. Head coach Christy Martin messing with the starting lineup, tweaking some things, starting two freshmen last game in the form of Sarah Lamette as well as Madeline Brown, trying to find that supporting cast that seems to be one of the X factors for the reason that the Saints have come up short in the last couple games.
Lamette did foul out Thursday evening. If she can avoid that here tonight, good things can happen. She had 18 points. She was on fire from inside the paint.
Big part of a 14-0 run to start the fourth for the Saints, as the opening tip is taken by Seattle Pacific. SPU in their blacks, going from left to right on your screen in this first half. St. Martin, home whites, will go right to left. Alter turns around, air balls are opening shot. Rebound goes to Lauren Morris, who then puts the pass too far out in front of Angel Galbraith for a turnover.
Similar to Thursday, got to take advantage of the opportunities. They had the quick turnover from Seattle Pacific, and then St. Martin's gave it right back.
Looking at the low block. This is Hoff, guarded by Lauren Morris. Then the kick out to her sister, Natalie Hoff, who misses the shot. Yet to hit rim after two shots, as that one was all backboard. Another rebound to Morris. Galbraith with it. Looking at Lamette. Lamette puts it on the ground and then dribbles it off herself and out. So two missed shots for SBU, two turnovers for the Saints, and unfortunately, it's not a stat we can keep track of, but you can put those as unforced turnovers for the most part, as really they were preventable, not stolen passes, not insanely good plays by the defense, just mistakes by SMU. Missed shot, rebound Rios.
Nice job by Madeline Brown to pick up the ball handler.
Morris drives. Saints looking to get up their first shot. Good back screen there from the veteran Lauren Morris. Dish off to Sarah Lamette. And an assist for Angel Galbraith. Gets the scoring going as the freshman big puts in the first bucket of the ball game for either side.
Scott, that combo is going to work more often than not.
Tough shot there amongst the trees, putting that one up and in. Anna Eddy, the sophomore out of Portland, Oregon, scores. Three in the key called on Sarah Lamette, camping down there.
Seattle Pacific doing the I-5 trek. They were in Western Oregon in Monmouth on Thursday and came away victorious.
Nice backdoor cut from Ashley Alter. She's found and fouled. So the fifth-year senior will head to the line.
Foul's going to be on the Falcons number 20, Anna Eddy. That is her first personal foul. Team first.
Falcons won that game Thursday night 72-61 over the Wolves.
Sorry,
They started off on 27-4. Yeah, it was 27-4 at the end of the first quarter. And the Western Oregon made it much more respectable. Gave them a late deficit, actually, before the Falcons found the winning touches. Pick and roll between Galbraith and Lamette. Rios working it around. Back to the point guard, Galbraith. Morris fakes a handoff.
Seven to shoot.
Galbraith to the rack, and she's fouled. She'll have two shots and the possibility to tie.
Galbraith so shifty and quick. Easily splits the defense. Get the free throws. Going to tie this game up.
Galbraith a 72% shooter on the season. That was for number 80 for her on the year. Misses both of her free throws, and that's something we've seen trend down over the last couple games, as she was really getting to the line a lot, and the thing that made her points so high.
Charge.
As there's a charge. And an eruption from the St. Martin's bench. They're fired up about Lauren Morris taking that one.
Lauren Morris giving up the body, standing her ground. See if the Saints can get some points on the board. They struggled to score early in the game Thursday night. Let's hope that doesn't continue as we're 2.5 minutes gone by.
And almost as important as the turnover that you get with the charge, that's the second foul on Maya Hoff, who has taken a seat. Less than 3 minutes into this contest, 4-2 is the scoreline. The only bucket for SMU came via their freshman big, Sarah Lamette. Madeline Brown with it to Lamette. Galbraith will attack and miss the layup. Offensive rebound, Morris, and she gets that ball deflected away from the rim. Going the other way now for the Falcons. Ooh. Somebody poked that one away, but got some body as well. Called for the reach in there. And it'll be Galbraith that gets called for, and Avery Oster will sub in to replace Sarah Lamette. Moving screen is going to be called on Kiara Davergilio.
It's hurtful in more ways than one to SPU as the three was made, but it will not count.
Yeah, you hate to see it go down when it doesn't count. Galbraith with it. Pass it off to Rios. Oster battling on the low block with Natalie Hoff, but Hoff wins that one on the front, gets it tipped away, going the other way. Another turnover from the Saints. Now Hoff guarded by Oster. Kicks out. Step back from Anna Eddy. Nothing but backboard, and it goes the other way. Rios. Jump stop. They'll set it up with Galbraith. Slow starts have been an unfortunate storyline for the Saints over the past 2 games. Especially offensively. Lauren Morris rattles that one home. It's 4-4.
Great job getting around the screen. The open jumper. Morris ties the ball game.
Natalie Hoff with it. Now driving the lane.
Ouch.
And a lot of contact there, as Kiana Rios found herself fully under Hunter Beeren. And maybe a late whistle there in terms of things, but it's called a block. And she was clearly, if you're going to call something there, she was way in the charge circle. So there's no way you're going to get the charger call there, but it was a little bit of a out of control finish and drive at the end.
Rios lucky she didn't get hurt the way she bent, but she'll probably feel that in the morning. Thankfully she seems just fine. But a part of that has to be court awareness on the part of Rios and any Saints defender. She was under the basket, inside the restricted zone. You're never going to get a charge in that situation.
Second shot up and missed. That was free throws 16 and 17 for Hunter Beeren on the year. And she has made only 9 of them. That's less than 60% free throw shooting on the season. So a good person to foul if you're going to do it for Rios. Galbraith, good defense from Beeren. A shimmy and a shake. Now we got single digits on the shot clock and a turnover coming the other way. And Morris will step out of the way and let the layup go in for Ashley Alter, who had a little pick 6 there to put the Falcons up.
Four turnovers already for the Saints, doubling up the 2 of SPU.
Galbraith. Well, the arrow goes the way of the Saints, but that would have been turnover number 5. As Christy Martin is quite a ways out on the court. I think talking more to her players than to the referee there. Frustrated with those giveaways. However, Saints only down 2 as we head to our first media timeout. St. Martin's University Saints, proud to be sponsored by the hometown team of Thurston County. Partnering with Saints Athletics is a terrific way to enhance your business profile, support all 15 intercollegiate athletic programs. Avery Oster puts that one in. And if you want to learn more about possible sponsorship or advertising opportunities, please contact Director of Athletics Steve O'Brien at 360-688-2855. 6-6 is our score line here, under 4.5 to go. As Kiara Virgilio works it around, gets it under Hoff. The reverse puts it in. Morris with it. Ryan Clear is on the floor for her first minutes of this game. Morris nearly throws it away, but it bounces right back to her. And Galbraith with it now. Galbraith guarded by Alter. 8 on the shot clock. Madeline Brown flips it up. Rebound, Oster. On the offensive glass, that'll earn a fresh 20. Galbraith, a long 2. Madeline Brown is stiff arm to the ground, but it's a clean box out, sets the refs. And now the throw into the post as Hoff is throwing her elbows around there, creating some space for herself. Lauren Morris having to play a few inches up. Great defense from Morris. Madeline Brown off target on the shot, going the other way now. We've had a lot of possessions for just an 8-6 ball game, Sean.
The Saints might want to look at double teaming down low, as that's 3 possessions in a row. The Falcons have gone to the block.
Yeah, they're really looking in there to Natalie Hoff and company. This one's put off target. Rebound eventually goes to Oster. Ryan Clear will bring it up. 2-on-2 with Madeline Brown. Clear steps through, and she falls to the ground. Nothing called. And we're going the other way. Teams have gotten looks from near the basket. That's not the problem. Just refs letting them play a fair amount, mixed with good interior defense. Hoff puts it up, goes in and out. Oster rebound, good strong rebound to keep that away. And we're heading the other way now. Let's see if the Saints can tie this one up. Both teams have been scoreless in over a minute and a half. Galbraith can't break the run as that one rattles in and out. Rebound bounces around, and it will be a foul on SPU, I believe. That was number 10, Lolo Weatherspoon, that infringed upon Lauren Morris.
Scott, the numbers Thursday night were not good. They're not any better yet so far tonight. 3 of 11 for SPU, 27%, yet they're in the lead. 3 of 10 for the Saints, 30%. Both teams with 3 field goals. The difference, free throws.
Maya Hatchett-Gross with it. She's checked on for the first time, as has Emily Nelson. Ryan Clear with it. Clear drives. She takes it in. She hits the deck again. As it goes the other way. Alter now guarded by Galbraith. The throw inside. Going to be backed out by Anna Kennedy. Then the throw down low. And a foul is called as Schuler Berry will go to the line. Or Skylar Berry.
Team scored the point, 2 shots behind the 32 for the Falcons. Skylar Berry.
If St. Martin's can react a little quicker, see the play a fraction of a second earlier that SPU is running, they're wanting to get in the lane, they're wanting to be under the basket, they're making the extra pass to find the slasher, to split the double team, find the open player. And just a step behind to get there, be able to intercept the pass, maybe block the shot, as the first free throw is good.
Berry puts it in. Berry is a 59% free throw shooter. She's the leader in free throws taken on this SPU squad. She cashes both of those in. Now she's up to 41 free throws taken on the season. I just point that out to then again reflect back that that's half of what Angel Galbraith, the leader for the Saints, has in free throws taken. Shows how many times she gets to the line. Nice find on the backdoor cut, but Maya Hatchett-Gross can't catch it in, and it one's out off of the Saints. Saints scoreless in over 3 minutes. Down by 4 only. It's good defense that keeps them in it. That has been their storyline throughout the year in games that they've stayed close. Long 3 ball off the mark. Rebound goes to Eternity Reed. 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Morris with it. 20 now on the shot clock. Took him down to 15. Morris drives. Step back from the elbow. Can't get it one to rattle. Rebound. Hatchett-Gross, and she is fouled as Hunter Beeren falls to her legs.
Yeah, you saw Beeren stumble, hit the court, fall in to Morris, or Hatchett-Gross, I should say, and just waiting for that whistle to be blown, that foul to be called. We've had a lot of bodies on Twin Star Credit court already. Not even 1 quarter in.
Maya Hatchett-Gross flushes the first free throw. 1 possession game now at 10-7. Madeline Brown. First free throw off front iron. And with 40 seconds to go, SBU will bring it up to court. Nice play drawn up, and it goes out off of SPU after the missed shot. That was awfully close to being out off of the Saints. Madeline Brown does check in for Emily Nelson as the Saints will draw up most likely their final possession. They'll try and bleed this clock down as there's only a 3-second differential between game and shot clock. Galbraith guarded by Haley Marlowe. On the shot clock now. Maya Hatchett-Gross with it. 5 on the shot clock. Kick out. Eternity Reed makes the 3, but she did a little bunny hop there. And that, I mean, Eternity Reed is not your 3-point specialist, so when that falls, you really want it to count. And probably some frustration for Christy Martin just with that little bunny hop from her forward.
Coach Martin calling for a full court press with just 6 seconds left.
No fouls to give, so any fouls would be.
Wow. She got checked.
That was a, yeah. That's
from behind.
That was a physical play there. No call, and it goes the way of the Saints.
We were just missing the boards on that one.
Yeah. Mike Simonson, I'm sure, probably scratching his head a little bit over that one, but it was a physical first quarter. Not a ton of fouls called for the amount of physicality we saw, and it is 10-7 as we head to the second, a defensive battle here in Lacey. Back here for the second quarter, it is 10-7. SBU will start with the ball. Final score down from Monmouth, Oregon. For those interested, the St. Martin's men's basketball team has emerged victorious, stay undefeated in GNAC play after a 12-point win over Western Oregon. Shaquem Alcindor leads all scorers.
A little bit of payback for the Saints after what Western Oregon managed in the GNAC right here last March.
Yeah, they did, however, have the fortunate situation where Cranston did not play the man who broke St. Martin's hearts and ended their season last year, to the game that you were at. Sarah Lamette, buckets from the top of the key.
Galbraith needs to run the show and run it through Sarah Lamette.
Yeah, she's impressed me as she gets a block there. Big block for Sarah Lamette, and it's out off of SMU, to the disagreement of the SMU bench that was right on top of it there. But impressed me defensively, and all that you get with your height. Of course, that kind of comes, a lot of it, with being the size that she is. But she has a pretty dang good jump shot out there that she showed on that last possession. Good defense from Lauren Morris. Hoff with it. Shot clock running down. They need to heave something up, and wow, puts it in. Hunter Beeren, a prayer at the buzzer. And that's the first three-pointer of the game, I believe, for either side. Yes, it is.
Beeren with confidence from deep.
Good alert from her bench, too. That was counting down the buzzer, making her aware of it. 10 on the shot clock. Eternity Reed sets a screen. Step back from Angel Galbraith, and she puts it down the hatch. A three, answered with a three. It is back to a one-possession game.
Let's get a high-scoring second quarter.
We've almost
back-to-back threes.
We've almost equaled what we did in the first, I feel like. Pass goes down to Haley Marlowe, guarded by Lauren Morris. Battling on the post is Lamette. Steal by Angel Galbraith. She almost waits for Hoff to come and try and contest, and puts it in over the 6'2" Natalie Hoff. 1 point game here at Marcus Pavilion. Ball down low, double team. Great find, but then a missed layup by Beeren, and Eternity Reed's going to be called for the foul on Skylar Berry. That battle between Berry and Lamette has been fun to watch for fans of the postgame down on the low block.
Both players bringing it tonight. Berry, the 6'3" sophomore out of Portland, Oregon.
Berry makes the first free throw. I almost wonder if this is the first time that Berry and Sarah Lamette have faced off. I can almost guarantee it isn't, because Tigard, Oregon is right next to Portland. And I'm sure Tigard High School and Grant High School might have played at some point, as Maya Hatchett-Gross puts that one up and in.
What a move in the lane. Almost came out of her shoes. Tie ball game.
Errant pass deflected and grabbed by Sarah Lamette.
Ooh.
Nearly an over and back there as Maya Hatchett-Gross passed that back to Galbraith as she was over top of the logo. Luckily, she was on the correct side of the logo to throw it back. Now a pull-up by Hatchett-Gross. She knew it was missing. She followed it, but it goes to Eternity Reed. Now back to Hatchett-Gross in the corner. She'll set it up with Galbraith. Pick and roll with Lamette. Weaving, putting it off the backboard. Rebound Lamette. Lamette fades away and misses that shot, and it will go to the Falcons. We are tied at 16 even right now. Right now, the Saints winless in the GNAC, but looking to stun the number 2 team in the conference as it stands. Long ball offline from Alter. Rebound, Lamette. Lamette looked over to the sideline there. I think she was asking for a sub, as she's starting to get dogged out there with her battles with Barry. This one is thrown up. Lamette will not be able to handle it cleanly.
So far, so good in the second quarter. Field goal percentage for the Falcons, an even 50%. Saints 57. Night and day from quarter number one.
Yeah, we also don't have turnover numbers by quarter, but that has gone down a little bit at least. It's a great play drawn up to allow Ashley Alter to go uncontested to the rack. Easy layup for the Stanwood, Washington native.
Good speed by Alter. Nobody picked her up on defense. Easy layup.
Maya Hatcher-Gross with it, gets the screen. Lamette, that's a moving screen. She was set for a second, and then she went right into a Falcon.
The good news, only her first foul. She was in foul trouble Thursday night and, in fact, fouled out late in that ball game.
Yeah, and you mentioned it. She was a big part of the late surge from the Saints, and that foul out kind of brought the end of the 14-0 surge for SMU. So as soon as she picks up that first foul, head coach Christy Martin taking her off the floor. As Alter with it now. And grabbed away by Madeline Brown. Lot of freshmen and young players right now playing big for the Saints, as Christy Martin has thrown them into the heart of the fire in conference play and allowed them to, learn. Best way to learn is by doing. Galbraith to the rack, puts it in, tie game.
5 points on the evening for the floor general of St. Martin's.
Maya Hatcher-Gross guarding Kiara DeVirgilio. This ball's down to the low block. Eternity Reed guarded by Hoff. Hoff puts it up. As a foul's going to be called on Eternity Reed, but I'll tell you what, that was one of those, I forget what it's called, but when she kind of used her elbow to clamp and pull there, you know, and that's one that I know definitely in the men's game they've emphasized that, and it's been called a flagrant foul at points. Goes against Eternity Reed. We will take a quick break. We'll be right back. Welcome back here. We just had the announcement over the the PA system of the new Saints that are in attendance here, part of an orientation program that they had today, families as well as, of course, the new students. And part of that was they get to head on over to the basketball game, support SMU athletics. as both shots are made by Natalie Hoff. Her sister Maya Hoff has been sitting on the bench for quite a while with 2 fouls. Lauren Morris inside, little up and under, floated in. Woo-hoo, that was a pretty little move.
Great job by Morris in the lane. The fake. And the easy shot from about 12 feet.
Seeing 20-20 here with 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Backdoor cut, beauty. The pass from Daver Gillio and the finish from Anna Eddy. Just exactly how you want that one drawn up. Hatchet Gross with it. Madeline Brown now. Avery Oster puts it to the ground, kicks it out. Hatchet Gross for 3. Can't get it to go. On the floor right now for St. Martin's, 3 freshmen, 4 newcomers. Lauren Morris, the only returning Saint for SMU that is out there right now.
Sending a message to the rest of the team.
Hoff can't get that one to go. Good rebound from Oster. She got beat a little bit by Hoff, as this is a foul that's going to send Maya Hatchet Gross to the line.
Nice job by Hatchet Gross being assertive, wanting to take that ball to the rack, getting the contact. See if she can convert at the line.
Hatchet Gross out of Kennewick, Washington, went to Pasco High School.
The Bulldogs.
Really? Okay. You got me beat on Washington High School logos, but I got you on Montana. I know
absolutely.
I know that.
I did live over there for 9 years.
Okay, okay, that helps a lot. Both of those shots go in and out for the former Bulldog turned Saint.
1 of 6 are the Saints from the line.
And they're down by 2. This reverse is missed by Alter, I believe, going the other way. The defense keeping them into it. The free throws, surely a pain point for Christy Martin in this first half. Galbraith fouled, and she will not head to the line. That one should be on the ground.
Foul on Kiara Daver-Gillio. Figured it was my turn to get that fun last name in.
Inbound to Lauren Morris.
Money.
Turnaround. Ooh, so crisp. So crisp. In the key there, she has just some moves that seem so automatic. 22-22 now. This one overthrown. Angel Galbraith got kind of caught in a short hop there, but decided to go for it and just flip it back in, and ends up working out. Madeline Brown puts it on the ground to drive. Offensive foul as she got a clean stiff arm in there.
If I'm Christy Martin, in my head, I'm saying why? Why? There's no need for that. It was blatantly obvious. Doesn't help your team.
Yeah, you want to see that from Derrick Henry, not on the basketball court. Good help defense. Ooh. And nearly another offensive foul, as that was a strong shoulder from Barry that she put it into the gut of Avery Oster. But ends up working out for the Saints as they get it back. Another step through and got it to go.
Hatchet Gross needs to be more in this offense, the way she's playing tonight.
We've seen a couple games that have seemed like Kiana Rios' real kind of formidable, I'm on this stage now, I can play at this stage now, as Alter misses the layup, rebound Morris. But for Hatchet Gross, the way she's played this second quarter might be one of her kind of coming out games in terms of being a more formidable part of the Saints' offensive show.
If Coach Martin can get consistency from a few of her players, look out.
Avery Oster misses the first shot, and then the rebound is grabbed over her back by Skylar Berry. Jump ball will go to the Falcons. Saints with a lead right now on SPU. as Chiara De Virgilio will bring it up. Only international player on this SPU roster out of Argentina. Congrats to her family and her entire country on their World Cup win that they're probably still celebrating down there. This ball's still being battered around on the ground. Dogpile emerges to the Falcons, and they miss the ensuing three and get another offensive board. Kind of chaos on the defensive end right now, but Barry gets it down low. She nearly travels before Hatchett-Gross gets a rebound.
Wow, hot potato.
And a foul will eventually be called. I think it was committed against Maya Hatchett-Gross before that second ball was batted around. And it is Hunter Beeren who gets called for it, her second. There's a lot going on there. I mentioned soccer one time on the broadcast, and then the ball starts ending up on the ground like a soccer ball more than a basketball.
You have the power, Scott.
Clearly. I think it's more Lionel Messi's power. You know, it just affects us all. Ball's going into Angel Galbraith. 30 seconds to go. There is a shot clock, but it's half a second difference. Saints can save for last shot, essentially, and only if it's airballed will there will be time left after it.
Happy news for the Saints. They've outscored SPU in this quarter with 17 and maybe more.
Missed shot, rebound Hatchett-Gross, then rebound Galbraith, and Galbraith gets fouled with .3 on the clock. Mike Simonson is beside himself on the bench there with palms up, completely flabbergasted at the call there. 0.3 seconds left. The foul call was on Skylar Berry. 2 shots for Angel Galbraith. First shot up and good. Saints, you said, one place they can make amends in this first half is at the free throw line. Galbraith could make it a 2-possession game going into the locker room if she can flush this. And she does. 4-point lead for SMU going into the locker room. A team that has started slow their past couple games, but man, after a first quarter when neither side flew out of the gates, Sean, that second quarter, Saints played smart, they played hard, they made hustle plays, and they made enough buckets to have the lead.
57% shooting in the quarter for St. Martin's. That is a recipe for success. Conversely, SPU not shooting much better than they did in the first quarter, just 23% in quarter one. Second quarter, 33%. So SPU having trouble getting the ball to fall here in Marcus Pavilion.
In a battle of the star players, Galbraith has 9, Alter has 6 at the break. It's 26-22. We'll be back in just over 10 minutes to tell you more about the first half and preview the second. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Saints and Falcons on the Saints Digital Network.
basket. Remember, the most baskets after 2 minutes wins, and the prize is a gift card for each team member to the Ebony and Ivory Coffee Shop.
Oh, you got those things.
On your mark, get set, go!
Come back in the century. A little bit.
One minute. Down to 30 seconds. They're heating up. 10 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. The men win this time, 42 to 37. Great comeback by the ladies. Each member of the team will receive a gift card for Ebony and Ivory Coffee that's right here in Lacey. So congratulations on being members of the first ever edition of the 2 Minute Madness.
And I think I heard like something else over here.
Saints. Taking a look at the score sheet in that first half, leading scorers, already mentioned, are the star players and leading scorers all season for the two sides. Ashley Alter held to 6, however, and on the other side, Angel Galbraith with 1 3-pointer to contribute to her 9 points. She also has 3 assists, which is the total number of assists, period, from Seattle Pacific. Leader in rebounding, it's Anna Eddy for Seattle Pacific. On the St. Martin side, it's Lauren Morris and Avery Oster. Turnover-wise, the Saints gave away the ball a lot in the first quarter, Sean, but the second quarter they made amends for it, and they caused some turnovers, and the turnover number, which has been one of those keys that we've looked at throughout the season for SMU, it's even with SPU, which is a big sign, part of the reason why they're ahead at halftime.
A lot of things are even for the most part between SPU and SMU in the first half, but the big reason the Saints have the 4-point lead is they just shot better in the second quarter. Finally, the ball started dropping through the rim for the Saints, and if they can continue that, good things are happening, and that did happen in that second quarter, and moving forward, they're looking for more of the same. Coach Christy Martin talking to her players right now as they head out onto Twin Star Credit Union Court to get quarter number 3 rolling.
A couple hustle stats that I'm sure Christy Martin would like to emphasize. Offensive rebounds, they lead SPU 6-4. Steals, they lead SPU 6-2. We are underway here in the second quarter. Kiana Rios dials one up from long range and can't connect. And that is how we start on the first possession. Starters out for the Saints as well as for the Falcons. Free ball the other way. That one doesn't go. It's off the mark and out of bounds. 2 missed threes by each side to start us in the second half. Foul trouble at the half. There is a trio of Falcons with 2 fouls. It's Barry, Beeran, and Hoff. That's Natalie Hoff. Or excuse me, I was a little bit off there, as that one is down. Count goes to 28-22. I was reading the fouls drawn line, which is a really distracting stat to have on there. But it's a different trio. It's Maya Hoff, Beeran, and Weatherspoon with 2. As Anna Eddy to the bucket. Rebound goes to the Saints, then pushed all the way up. What a dime from Angel Galbraith. Wow, that was just an all-team bucket right there. Sarah Lamette initially got her hands on the rebound. It went to Madeline Brown, and then she pushed it back in, falling out. Angel Galbraith goes cross-court, finds a wide-open Lauren Morris for the layup. 30-22, quick timeout for Mike Simonson. We'll be right back after the break. Back here, it is 30-22. A quick timeout, as I mentioned, by Mike Simonson, not liking how his team started this third quarter. The Saints out in a 2-3 zone out of the timeout. Smart coaching by head coach Christy Martin. As the shot is missed, rebound goes to Lauren Morris. And another missed shot by SPU. Rios with it. Gets it to Morris. Morris from long range.
You see that perfect rotation. She cocked that behind the shoulder. Let it fly. Twine time.
When you're feeling it, you're feeling it. This one's put on the ground by Barry Lamette. Perfect defense from her. When you're 6'4", you just got to go straight up, and that's exactly what she did, as eventually a foul will be drawn by Angel Galbraith. That showed me a lot of veteran savviness that is starting to seep in for Sarah Lamette there. That positioning that she had when she just said, I'm 6'4". I just need to get in your way, and it's hard for you to shoot around. Force the miss out of Barry, and gets a foul out of the Falcons.
7-0 run to start the second half for St. Martin's. Looking to make it 9 or maybe 10-0.
Lamette battling down there on the low block. Galbraith misses, and a loose ball goes to both sides. That's a jump ball that will go to the Falcons, but a critical possession arrow flipped. If you count how they ended the second quarter, it's a 13-0 run from the Saints. In terms of game time, it's been 6.5 minutes since the Falcons have put in their last points. And that nearly ends with a Barry miss shot. The putback can't go in. And right now, you couldn't buy a bucket if you're an SBU Falcon. They had backdoor there for a second, but now a miscommunication, and Barry just threw that one to the referee, who was out of bounds.
Christy Martin's Saints squad, you know what, Scott? They're due. They're due to put together multiple good quarters, maybe a full 3 quarters of good basketball, or better yet, let's go with a full 4 quarters and see what happens.
Yeah, we've seen the potential through their fourth quarter runs, as this one is high for Lamette, but she reaches up and grabs it. Now they'll bring it back out. Hatchet Gross, jump stop. Back to Lamette, who hits it off the front of the iron. Just not enough arc on that shot. They started with a 14-0 run in the fourth quarter last game. I already mentioned that a couple times today, because even more so now than when I said it at the beginning of the game, it probably is proven something good for them in terms of their confidence. Missed shot, rebound goes to Lauren Morris. So authoritative on the board. Missed shot by Hatchet Gross, as Angel Galbraith had a great pass to get her to the hoop. Now coming the other way. Foul called on Sarah Lamette, and that's a frustrating one to give up, especially when you see all the misses that SBU's had over the last 7:43 now.
Only Sarah Lamette's second foul, so no foul trouble yet. But that's one where you would think the coaching staff at some point will be talking to her. You can let that go, or slide in front earlier to get in better defensive position to potentially take a charge or disrupt the shot without the foul.
I already mentioned it. Shots been hard to come by for SPU. They missed both of the free throws, and it continues their drought of now 8 minutes. Double team down low. Sarah Lamette gets the ball, but gets it blocked away. As again, SPU will try and formulate something to put the ball through the net. Barry with it. Barry on the ground. Stumbling goes Lamette, and a block will be called. Lauren Morris now the leader in points for either side, as she has got her total up to 11. She's got 7 rebounds, chasing her second double-double of the year. Just needs 3 boards to do so.
Falcons might have used up all of their good shots in the first quarter Thursday at Western Oregon. They shot 76% in that first quarter, getting out to a 27-4 lead.
Yeah, and right now I think we're going to discuss something. We got a coach's challenge. I assume it's to see if Lauren Morris was in the charge circle. I assume that's what they're looking at. As do you have any better angle than I had, Sean, on that one? I mean, looked like a pretty aggressive hit, but the coaches did not take long to look at that one.
I think that's awesome of our public address announcer to say, hey, I didn't quite catch that. Help me out here, guys.
Really quick replay. That's almost, I mean.
Well, it was such a bang-bang play because Morris was sliding toward the dribbler while SPU, the Falcon, was heading at her. So it was a collision.
I think that was the first coach's challenge we've seen this year, Sean, for both men's or women's.
I missed the red flag.
I know.
You'll be seeing some of those tomorrow.
Yes, I will be up at the regular season finale for the Seahawks, fighting for the playoffs.
Let's go Lions.
Let's go Lions. It's, if we can, go a little bit off tangent here. It's so weird that the Lions have to passionately root against us, and then if we win, we have to passionately root for them. It's just, really awkward.
And then hope they don't tank.
Yeah. Yep.
Fun times.
Barry missed the first free throw. Second free throw goes in, and the drought is over at 8:14. That's how long it took between points for SPU.
First point
10
of the third quarter for the Falcons.
Galbraith with it, trying to put Buren on skates. Ends up giving it up. Now it's Lauren Morris with it, rotates it around. Kiana Rios, who's been quiet today. Morris kicks it out. Hatchet Gross. Galbraith can't get that one to go. Foul's going to be called on Maya Hatchet Gross, fighting for the rebound. The Seattle Pacific squad and head coach Mike Simonson recruiting Oregon more than he recruits Washington. Out of their 5 starters, 3 of them from below the Columbia River, 2 of them from the state of Washington. And right now it is the Falcons with the ball, looking as the shot clock is running down. Buren rejected by Maya Hatchet Gross.
Hatchet Gross is having herself a game.
Dang. Tried to go with the right-handed Buren. Just couldn't get it to go. There's 4 on the shot clock. We'll see if Seattle Pacific's aware of it. They're looking down low. Shot clock expired. They had no idea that it was as low as it was. And a huge ovation from the crowd and especially the SMU bench for forcing that turnover with 4:44 to go in the third. Saints have been scoreless in over 3.5 minutes. Galbraith drives, flings it up. He's got a lot of contact there, doesn't get called. Cross-court pass. And a layup put in by Ashley Alter.
You can't let Alter get going, averaging over 15 a game for the Falcons. They're not out of this one by any means.
She's at just 8 right now. And like you mentioned, Saints would love to keep it low, because when she flies, so do the Falcons. Poked up and in by Kiana Rios.
Great strong drive by Rios. Step through in the lane. Back to a 10-point game.
Wide open. Hesitated to shoot that. Lauren Morris, another strong board. Galbraith always looking up when she gets the ball. Always looking to make a play, but smartly kind of holds back. And flips that one in up off the glass. David Gilio missed that one. She was wide open on the three last time. This is Alter, needs it to go, and it will be off. Ooh, that was off the top of the backboard, wasn't it?
Or possibly over it. They didn't stop play. No foul there as Galbraith hits the floor.
Jump ball will stay with SMU. 12-point lead. Galbraith has not gotten, she gets a good amount of calls when she drives the rack. She's really not gotten those calls. Neither have either side. We've seen a limited amount of free throws in general. But for her, that especially hurts because she knows how to draw the fouls down there. And when the refs are letting you play a little bit more, her free throw numbers definitely get hurt because of it. Speaking of, she drives and misses the shot. Oster can't chase down the rebound.
If you're tuning into this one, you're probably a fan of GNAC sports in general. We are the final women's game of the day, still going. Everything else has gone final. Get your scores a little bit later on in the broadcast.
Already mentioned the St. Martin's men stay undefeated in GNAC play, just 2 losses on the season with a big win over Western Oregon. Beeren was wide open from, or no, excuse me, that's not Beeren. That is Lola Weatherspoon that missed that shot. Going the other way now.
Look at Lauren Morris, not afraid to do yeoman's work down low.
Going to get another jump ball as it's been the theme of this game. Lots of contact and lots of scrounging around on the ground for the ball. I don't even know if we have the stat on here for total number of jump balls. It'll be a fun one to track, but that is, I think, the third this quarter.
Finals from other women's basketball games here in conference. Montana State, the 1-point win over Western Oregon, 59-58. Battle for Alaska. Alaska Fairbanks, 61. Alaska Anchorage, 56. Simon Fraser, the 65-57 win over Central Washington, and Western Washington stays undefeated, 86-70 over NNU.
You say Simon over Central? Wow. Simon Fraser over Central Washington. A couple big upsets tonight as this one's out off of Seattle Pacific. I mean, if there's a night for St. Martin's to pull an upset, this seems to be one of those nights where Alaska Fairbanks beating Alaska Anchorage, that's a pretty big upset. And Central Washington, who behind Samantha Bowman have looked incredible so far this year, them falling at Simon Fraser, that's a fair amount of an upset as well.
Well, the Saints are due, to say the least.
Galbraith to Rios in the corner. She stepped out of bounds on the jab step.
Court awareness, court awareness, court awareness.
She had a good move there. Just needed the court to be a little bit wider for her to convert that one. This play drawn up for Alter. She loses it at her feet but gets it back, then pulls up and puts it in. Much needed bucket by Ashley Alter, who's now up to double figures. And the lead is just barely hanging on to double figures, right at 10. 1:20 to go in this third quarter.
Look at the spin by Morris.
Gets it back from long range. Tried the bank, and this ball ends up going out. The ref closer to me called it Falcons ball, as Brown and Morris pleaded their case. To no avail. 1 minute to go in the third quarter now.
11-5, the Saints have outscored SPU in the quarter.
Good help defense from Lauren Morris there. Poked it away from Natalie Hoff. Mentioned the Hoff sisters, both out of Beaverton, Oregon, home of the Nike headquarters. Just right next to Portland down there. Down low to Alter, guarded by Galbraith. Alter, the turnaround. They call the foul on Galbraith. And for a game where we've seen them let him play a lot, that one, Alter buys herself 2 shots at the line.
Scott, in that Simon Fraser Central Washington women's game, you'll get a chance to see later this season the Central Washington team when they come to town. A name you're going to want to know if you don't already, Samantha Bowman. Down low for the Wildcats. She eclipsed 1,000 rebounds in her career.
I mean, her rebounding numbers, I mean, they're true video game numbers at times. I mean, I don't even know if I've gotten 30 rebounds in a game when I've been playing a video game. That's the thing. I mean, she can absolutely do it on a regular, just get crazy numbers. 40 seconds to go after both free throws made by Alter. Lauren Morris tried to go off glass. Offensive rebound goes to Kiana Rios, and it's blocked, but it's out off of the Falcons. Natalie Hoff just couldn't handle that one cleanly as she tried to bring it to two hands.
It was great defense by Hoff. She saw what the plan was on offense and said, no, I don't think so. Get out of here.
Lauren Morris into Natalie Hoff, puts it off glass and in, and now Seattle Pacific can hold for the last shot of the third quarter, down 10.
Have yourself a night, Lauren Morris, 13 through three quarters.
Angel Galbraith pokes it out of bounds. Will force an inbound from SPU with 11.6 to go. Referee's going to come over and say something to head coach Christy Martin. Don't know what that was. Maybe trying to keep her in her coach's box. They just called a foul on Angel Galbraith there. I thought they were calling an illegal screen there, and she looked to get hip checked. And that's a big one because the Saints have committed 5 fouls now, and it sends Haley Marlowe to the line for 2 easy shots. And they were warning Christy Martin about being a little bit too far on the court. Christy Martin, of course, a former player, sometimes seems like she's ready to get out there and play herself. Down the court to Maya Hatchett-Gross, missed the layup. And then with 1.1 seconds left, the Saints are going to get an inbound. 1.1 seconds. They need to know how much time is left. Into Sarah Lamette.
Money!
Sarah Lamette! A threat from distance, it seems. An 11-point lead for the Saints. A quarter in which the Saints, man, defensively they looked really good. Offensively, they came out with an advantage, outscoring the Falcons 8-5 in that third quarter. Defense can win you some games, I guess. We'll talk about the fourth and recap a little bit of the third. We'll be right back. It's 41-30. We're back here. Correction to make. It was a 15-8 margin in favor of the Saints in that third quarter. I was reading points scored by SPU and fouls committed by SMU, which was 5. But they outscored SPU pretty formidably in that third.
Lowest scoring quarter of the game for the Falcons as they don't start the fourth well with that turnover.
They had an open Haley Marlowe right on the left block, but that one was cooked way overhead and more to a SMU fan than an SPU player.
St. Martin's getting double digits in the second and the third, 19 in the second for their best scoring quarter. Something that'll bring a smile to Christy Martin's face. Where's the foul? There it is.
There it is, yeah. They got some contact in that third quarter and only got one foul called against them. That one, a clear leg shot out to trip up Kiana Rios. She's going to get 2 shots at the line. Gets the roll. Two free throws, 43-30. Kiana Rios, money from the line. Lauren Morris still leading the Saints in scoring with 13. She was a big part of that big third quarter. Need this 3, and they got it. Anna Eddy from downtown. Cuts it back to 10. SPU really, they need a channel, whatever they channeled in that first quarter against Western Oregon right now when they escaped the quarter with a 27-4 lead. Whatever happened that night in Monmouth needs to kind of happen here, as this one is out off Sarah Lamette, and it will be Falcon basketball.
Both teams with just 2 3-point makes so far tonight.
It's been a big part of it. In that 27-point quarter against Western Oregon, they were 5 of 6 from behind the line in that frame. So you can guess that 3-pointers need to be a big part of this potential comeback for SPU. This one is rebounded out off of Seattle Pacific. Sarah Lamette had that one. She tried to get it back into Galbraith, and then the Falcons put it out. Also, it should be interesting to see how soon we start seeing a press from SPU. Right now, it's just Haley Marlowe coming out and providing a little bit of contest. A high arcing 3-pointer put up and nearly goes in for Angel Galbraith, but it's missed, and now Alter will bring it up. Saints right now look like they're switching on pretty much everything, and that means Kiana Rios will be guarding the much bigger Natalie Hoff. She puts it back into Rios and gets called for the foul. 3 on Rios now.
First player with 3 fouls tonight.
Timeout. Mike Simonson. I think he called a timeout worrying about a 5-second violation, and as soon as the ball was inbounded, he kind of looked like he was mad at the ref for letting him call it. Well, he got the call going his way, and we will take a quick break. 10-point lead for the Saints with 8:10 to go. Inbounds coming in for Seattle Pacific. Hoff gets it to the other Hoff. Fake to back door. Now Lauren Morris got a dead ball. Gets it out. This is double team on Natalie Hoff. 5 on the shot clock, and Sarah Lamette called for a foul there. That one's just so tough with 5 on the shot clock to go against SMU. It's going to reset the shot clock to 20.
2 players now with 3 fouls for St. Martin's. Keep an eye on that in the final 7:50. Oh, wow.
Backdoor cut to perfection. Alter puts it up. 8-point game. Set it all of this game, throughout this contest. We've mentioned Seattle Pacific can strike quickly. They can shoot well. They can run up the score very fast. As Galbraith picks up her dribble, gets it to Lamette, and then back to Galbraith. 10 on the shot clock. Galbraith, the stutter, then gets it plucked away. Maya Hoff ends up with it, going the other way now. 7:20 to go.
Slowly but surely, the Falcons inching closer.
Maya Hoff stutters and then puts it up for an easy layup.
Very smart play by Huff. The fake at the 3 got Lamette out on her, drove right by.
Galbraith with it. Saints need a little bit more insurance. Cross court, Rios. In and out from Kiana Rios. That would have been huge for SMU, but it's only a 6-point game. Alter bringing it up. Double team on Maya Hoff. She flips it to the corner for 3. Missed. And the rebound goes to Kiana Rios. She passes it briefly to Lamette, who then gets it back to Rios, and they bring it up. Galbraith, smartly, veteran, savvy presence, will slow it up. Now Rios was almost stuck there. This is Galbraith, little stutter, almost stepped out of bounds. Oh my goodness, almost got that one to fall as both Galbraith as well as Haley Marlowe hit the floor simultaneously. The foul will go against Marlowe. 2 big free throws coming up for Galbraith. Hockey sub coming in for head coach Mike Simonson. As he gets a bunch of new bodies out there, I assume the shift that just was put in, we might see some of those players back out on the court in a second here. Galbraith knocks down the first.
Hard to believe, but SPU only shot 15.4% in the 3rd quarter. They're finding their rhythm so far, 60% here in the 4th.
2 crucial free throws. It's 45-37. Just over 5 minutes to play.
Nice steal by St. Martin's underneath.
Big play as Rios gets the ball in her hands, and Alter commits the foul. Just Alter's first foul, so nothing to worry about there for the Falcons' star player. Nobody with 3 fouls on the SPU side, period. And we already mentioned Lamette and Rios with 3 each for the Saints. That's called a block there.
Mike Simonson can't believe the call.
Well, and he's making the same motion for that wraparound. That was something I mentioned earlier with Hoff after she, from our angle at least, looked like she pulled kind of that move. Similar thing that Rios does there, as then the inbounds gets deflected. Looking the wrong way, essentially, were the Falcons. As there's 10 on the shot clock now. Morris around with it to Rios. Good switch there. Now thrown up top to Morris.
3 to shoot.
Got to put something up, and she does. It misses everything, and that'll be a shot clock violation as it didn't catch rim. 5:07 to go, 8-point ball game.
Gotta love the fire from Morris. You can see walking up the court, she's probably talking to herself at the frustration of not hitting at least the rim or that shot.
Mentioned it plenty of times before, but Morris right now the only player on the court that played for this St. Martin squad last year. Another block called, this time on the Saints. Of course, it means so much to everybody on the floor considering the struggles that they've had early in conference play, but Morris, who had a season that didn't really go her way last year, means just a little bit more for her on the SMU side as a returning player out there trying to do what she can.
Well, Alter has taken the scoring lead. She now has 14. Galbraith and Morris tied with 13 for the lead for St. Martin's as we got a 6-point game. Not one field goal this quarter by St. Martin, Scott.
All their points coming at the line. This one flipped up and off target. And the thing also is it was early in the shot clock for Madeline Brown. This one's thrown down. And that's an offensive foul. An anticlimactic call from the ref down there. But a big, big charge. No, never mind. Maybe that's why it was anticlimactic, because he was hesitant about calling it in the first place, but kind of gave us a little whiplash there, calling the foul and then taking it back, changing it to a blocking foul.
Why wouldn't you review it if you're on the fence?
I don't know. So I'm not a referee. Lolo Weatherspoon will get 2 shots. The first one, a high arcing shot that finally goes through.
Weatherspoon, the sophomore out of Camas, Washington.
It's a 4-point game. She makes both.
Strap in. It's barn burner time.
4:30 to go. This young St. Martin squad. Angel Galbraith tries to take it, and it gets bounced around, eventually goes to the Falcons. They lead up a fast break, and now it is slowed up and kicked out to Alter. Alter guarded by the freshman Rios, and this one is found by Anna Eddy wide open. Lays it in, 2-point game, and yep, we had a feeling it could get this close in a hurry, especially when you get a call that doesn't go your way, it gets flipped, you get a couple of fast breaks, missed shots, bouncing balls that don't end up with you. We have a 1-possession game with 4 minutes to go. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Back here, 4 minutes to go. It is St. Martin's up by 2. Scott Gladstone and Sean Wally with you here from Marcus Pavilion. Going to be an exciting conclusion to this contest as Lauren Morris gets the ball. Battling down low for position is Sarah Lamette. They can't get it down to her, though. She's guarded.
6 to shoot. There she is.
Out to Morris. Looking for space. Fades away, can't get it to go. Another shot clock violation. The Falcons have a chance to tie or take the lead for their first time since the second quarter.
Not at all the way Christy Martin drew that up during the timeout. And you can just see it right now, the bench and the team on the floor with a little bit of assertiveness. It's the Falcons with 3:23 to go.
Anna Eddy, step back 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound, Lauren Morris. And that's officially a double-double for Lauren Morris, who has 13 and 10 with that board.
Wow.
Maya Hatchett-Gross gave it away there, and we are tied. That was a miscommunication with her and Kiana Rios, 45-45. Kiana Rios turned her head. Maya Hatchett-Gross passed it that way, and it was scooped up by Hunter Buren.
Falcons have erased a 13-point deficit.
Hatchett-Gross with it now. Saints need to find a bucket. They have not hit from the field. This one's out to Lauren Morris, who faked the shot into Lamette. Lamette off the backboard. The bank's open on Saturday night.
Double teamed. She doesn't care.
Wow. Some of those shots, they look so awkward coming off her fingertips, but they find a way in. Looks like the Saints are just in a 2-3 zone now. 2 minutes to go. Ball knocked around. Then up high. 5 on the shot clock. Weatherspoon needs to get something up, and she does as the shot clock expires. She puts it in. Lolo Weatherspoon, what a shot.
Great drive, and the circus bank open.
Oh, what a game do we got, Sean. This is Galbraith to the rack, and she's fouled. A late whistle is called on Ashley Alter. And I mentioned it, I think it was earlier in this quarter when Alter got her first foul. I said, not much to worry about with your star player getting 1, but she picked up 2 more after that, and now she's at 3. So 1:37 to go, but just something to keep an eye on, as there is a Falcon now with 3 fouls.
That last possession for the Saints where Lamette went off window, that was the first field goal for the Saints in this fourth quarter. If for some reason they can't pull this one out, no field goals until for over 8 minutes.
And they can't get that free throw to go off the hand of Angel Galbraith. Another big one. That one does go. Saints lead. 1:37 to go, but it is very clear now a bucket gives SPU the lead with under a minute and a half to go. Saints switching everything right now in man-to-man defense.
You got to know where Alter is.
Anna Eddy.
Look at the block.
Sarah Lamette waiting for her. You mentioned, when talking about Central Washington, Samantha Bowman, in terms of bigs in this conference and around the country, she is the pedigree to live up to. Clearly, some of those tools there for Sarah Lamette, as that one's tipped away and out of bounds. 13 on the shot clock, 1:19 to play in this second half. Timeout called by head coach Mike Simonson. We're going to take a break. 1:19 to go. Saints lead by 1. Don't go anywhere. Back here, inbound coming for SPU. It is Hunter Buren with the ball.
8 to shoot.
Down to Barry. Barry creating some space for herself, puts it in off the window.
Seattle Pacific's first lead since 2:45 left in the second quarter. Nearly half the game, St. Martin's has led, and they just gave it up.
Rios misses the 3, and then the foul on the rebound is committed against Lolo Weatherspoon. She'll have 2 shots at the line as the Falcons are in the bonus.
Both teams in the bonus. Here are the final 55 seconds. Still anybody's game, but the Falcons can make it a 3-point lead if these free throws fall.
Weatherspoon 2 for 4 from the line today, and coming in, she's a 39% free throw shooter. She misses that one. The right player to foul, Sean. 55 seconds to go. It will stay within a possession no matter what would happen both these shots. As she misses both, Morris in a battle for the offensive board couldn't come up with it as Barry was right on her back and forced that ball to be tapped out to SPU. Huge extra possession gained by the Falcons. Barry with it now.
4 to shoot.
Floated up. Can't go. Another offensive board. Still not in must-foul territory. Mike Simonson still seems absolutely flabbergasted that his team has missed all the shots they have this possession, but the offensive boards.
5 to shoot.
Weatherspoon. Charge called. Lauren Morris slaps the floor, fired up. Saints have a chance to win it with 16 and a half to go. They have no room to spare.
We haven't seen much scoring from St. Martin's in this quarter. We mentioned Lauren Morris needs to get back to scoring, has 13 on the night, but that was a great defensive play to stand her ground and take the charge.
The only bucket that the Saints have made this quarter, as Christy Martin and the Saints take a timeout, the only bucket that they made this quarter was Sarah Lamette off glass. Other than that, they made 5 free throws, and that accounts for their 7 points in this frame. On the other side, I mean, we see the SPU that we saw in the first quarter in their last game. 19 points, stellar defense on the other side. They have themselves a 1-point lead. You just mentioned it. I'm thinking you want to see a play drawn up for Lauren Morris here, probably?
It's either that or Sarah Lamette again. But if she's double teamed, I would be leery of trying to force it. I thought the third quarter shooting percentage of 15.4 was bad for the Falcons. Scott, the Saints here in the fourth.
11?
11.1.
Yeah. I just
That's
saw the
not
going to
get it done. Neither of those are going to get it done, although one team will win this game.
I guess if you get the other team to do it in the quarter and you do it, then you have a chance. Ball's inbounded to Kiana Rios.
What did Christy Martin draw up? Not that.
Tried to get it into Sarah Lamette, and that's what you mentioned. You don't want to see them force it in there if the pass isn't there. The good thing is they just fouled Weatherspoon, who, as we mentioned, shooting below 40% on the season. And no matter what, as long as they get a rebound of a potential missed second shot, which they didn't last time, no matter what, I do not know if they have any timeouts right now. That is another thing. We'll see if they can advance the ball, but 11.4 is plenty of time. Weatherspoon, crucial free throw makes it 50-48. That one's missed. Rebound, Lauren Morris, and she calls a timeout immediately. So they do have a timeout. That answers our question. They will get to advance the ball up the court, and they'll get a chance to correct the wrong of that failed play that they had with 16 and a half seconds to go. They got intercepted on the pass down there to Sarah Lamette.
To get out my telestrator here, what about a screen and roll, a high screen and roll with Sarah Lamette? We see her post up a ton. Throw a little curveball in there.
Yeah. Well, and the thing, too, is she just must be exhausted because as somebody who was opposed and knows how it is to bump bodies around there, man, that grinds, especially your lower body, that grinds you. And you can see every once in a while it wear down on the jumping ability and the finishing ability. Get her moving, get the player who's moving against her, whoever's guarding her, get them to move a little bit and see what happens. 9.9 to go, 50-48. Both teams are in the bonus, so any foul means free throws.
You mentioned Lamette could be tired. She's played 26 minutes. You know who should be tired? Angel Galbraith has not sat down a second of this ball game. She's played all 40 minutes.
Yeah. That's what Christy Martin expects from Angel Galbraith. We've also seen her get beat up around the bucket today. Lots of falls to the hardwood, just like everybody else. But, man.
You going 2 for the tie or a 3 to win it?
If Rios gets an open look, take it. That's all I'll say. Galbraith with it. 8 to go. Galbraith to the rack. She's fouled. 5.1 to go. I'm sure Seattle Pacific has timeout, so they could be able to advance anything. But right now, free throws. Galbraith has 2.
Scott, you've talked a lot about how good Angel is from the free throw line. Now's the time to show it with only 5 seconds left.
Makes the first. One more with a chance to tie. I'm sure Sarah Lamette and Lauren Morris will be battling for rebounds down there as well. Makes both. Timeout, Seattle Pacific. We're tied at 50-50. Man, we're saying the team that has not won a game in the conference yet, and we're early in the conference play, and we're seeing the team that's currently in sole possession in second place. And this, probably not a lot of people other than people on the St. Martin's bench that expected this good of a game.
And to think St. Martin's is in this position, a chance to win with only 1 field goal made this quarter. That is mind-boggling.
Yeah, they have knocked down most of their free throws. I'm sure Angel Galbraith, the one that she missed, not on that last free throw pair that she had, but on the one before that, I'm sure she'd want another chance to shoot that one. But nevertheless, 7 for 8 from the line in this fourth. That's really important in the game. They also built themselves up a good lead, and that's the reason that they're able to somehow still have a chance to survive, getting outscored 20-9 in this quarter.
You don't want to give up an easy 3, but I wouldn't think that is going to be either team's first look unless there's only 5 seconds left.
Yeah.
So if time isn't there, yes, they're going to have to throw up a 3, but each team has only hit 2 threes tonight.
50-50, 5.1 to go. The inbound's coming from Beeren. Of course, you got Alter and Eddie out there.
It's a Falcon win, or we go to overtime.
Ball's into Hoff. They look down low to Barry, and the foul is called.
Wow.
On Sarah Lamette. Wow.
For what?
I don't know.
Standing her ground? Arms were straight up in the air. Not much argument from Christy Martin on the Saints bench, though.
Man, that's tough. That is so tough. Foul called. A close one for as physical of a game that we saw. Now it's Barry with a chance, essentially to win it, unless we get a prayer heave at the end.
Well, here's to hoping the Saints have a timeout left.
I feel like they've called a bunch of them, so I don't think they do. It's made. And they do not. We just had a substitution timeout. Saints need a miracle. Inbound to Galbraith. Oh my goodness, Galbraith just off the mark. Wow. She had another second or two to dribble. She could have taken one more dribble and then popped it. And in the end, it is a foul call on Sarah Lamette with 2.8 seconds to go. That makes the difference in this ball game. Of course, we're SMU broadcasters, so of course we're biased, but I'm just sad because that felt like an anticlimactic finish to a game that deserved something better.
Yeah, a blatant foul is one thing, but when Sarah's standing straight up, arms in the air, I'm not sure how the foul was on her right there, and she's hugging an SPU Falcon. That's Eddie. They're hugging there at midcourt, but tough pill to swallow for the Saints. But a great comeback in the fourth by the Falcons as they now move to 10-4 on the season. And the Saints kind of so close, yet oh so far, as we await head coach Christy Martin to talk to us here in just a moment.
Yeah, we'll take a quick break, and we'll talk to Christy Martin on the other side of it. The Saints fall 52-50. Scott Gladstone here with head coach Christy Martin after the 52-50 loss to SPU. Coach, I mean, there's some games where you look at the wins and losses and say that doesn't tell the whole story. I think this game was really one of them, especially, I mean, for those first three quarters, I think you guys clearly were the better team. You played really well. You played as a team. And then, you know, we just saw SPU put it together in the fourth. What are your kind of initial thoughts on the game?
We're finally getting it to click. You know, we're playing great defense. We're doing a really we're playing more like a team. You know, I think it's just going to be a little bit of time. I mean, you know, and I'm just excited for moving forward and figuring out where we go from here, because SPU is a really good team. I mean, they're an excellent team, and the way that we defended in the first three quarters was so good. And then in that fourth, we just kind of tightened up, and we started kind of going back to our old habits of playing so tight on our players. And, you know, we went away from what went well in the first three.
Lauren Morris, I think, you know, has been a big part of this. You know, the last couple starting lineups, she's been the only returning player in the starting lineup from your team last year. And, you know, that's a lot to carry, especially in these conference battles, you know, trying to gauge, you know, what SPU is like, you know, in the future, what Western Washington like, all these different kind of styles, having some veteran presence, you know, that has been here on this court before against these teams before is huge.
Mm-hmm.
2 of her last 3 outings, she's gotten double-doubles, and she has to play a lot of players that are usually bigger than her, taller than her.
Yeah.
What can you say about Lauren Morris and just the fight? She had that great charge that she took right at the near the end there. I mean, just time after time, she makes great plays. What can you say about her?
Well, first of all, I love coaching Lauren. You know, she's so feisty and she's fiery. She's become an incredible leader, and she's kind of that glue, but also she's the person that I go to when I need kind of like help with the younger players, or she needs to like show people the way. And you know, she's more than a great basketball player. She's just this phenomenal leader in person that is an awesome part of our program. It's fun to see it finally like come to fruition for her, because the last couple of years she's been out with knee injuries, and just seeing her heart break. And she I don't know if there's very many players I've seen or coached that love basketball more than her, and so to see her have to sit, and that's really hard. And so it's been a big joy this year to see her come alive this season.
Well, and GNAC play doesn't get any easier. You guys go up to Bellingham on Thursday, and you said, you know, one of the big things you're looking forward to is you know, just continuing to iron out those wrinkles that you've seen from the team. This game, I assume not a lot of people except for the people on your bench thought that it was going to be as close as it was. I assume Thursday night will be the same. What do you tell to the team going into a matchup with the defending runners-up?
I mean, you look at what we're doing. We've got three freshmen on the team the majority of the game. and what we're building. And, we didn't anticipate this being a rebuilding year, but it is, and that's where we are. And so every single game is an opportunity to get better and to see what we can do. And I think we're becoming a very dangerous team. And the more that we play together, the more that we start to find this identity, the better we're going to become.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. Look forward to seeing you in a couple weeks.
Okay, thanks.
That'll do it. Our final score here from Lacey, Washington. The Seattle Pacific Falcons take the win over St. Martin's University by a score of 52-50. A dominant fourth quarter from Seattle Pacific. St. Martin's just couldn't hold on to the lead that they entered the final frame with. For all of us here that make this broadcast possible, our stats guru, Ibrahim Mustafa, our cameraman, Zane Lepotsky, our stream producer, Sydney Henderson, and my partner, Sean Wally. My name is Scott Gladstone. We will see you in a couple weeks when the Alaska teams come down to take on both the men's and the women's basketball teams here at SMU. Thank you. Stay safe out there. Have a great night.